Hello, relatives. It's Dr. H. Welcome to this week's Schlagbite entitled Math, Mind, and Medicine for the week March 10th, 2008. A couple of weeks ago, I was privileged to present at a medical symposium with some legendary giants in the field of psychoneuroimmunology, PNI for short. Doctors Andrew Weil, the world-recognized face of Integrative Medicine, Candace Pert, the research pharmacologist who discovered the brain's opiate receptor sites, which opened up the brain for the discovery of a host of neurotransmitters and their mechanisms of action, and Antonio Damasio, the distinguished neurologist whose book Descartes Error is the best description of the strengths and limits of scientific inquiry that I know. They spoke from their unique perspectives. Each talked about the links between mind and body. They showed pictures of the brain that pinpointed the areas responsible for virtually every emotional state. They explained how chronic stress would wear down the body's defense mechanisms and make you vulnerable to disease. I spoke last about the spirit of healing and about how doctors can tap into it to magnify not only their own healing power but that of their patients. We've known since ancient times that there's a link between mind and body. Priests and healers had the power to cure afflictions for which no organic causes could be found. Over the last 100 years, Mesmer, Charcot, Freud, all identified non-physical causes for patient symptoms. The mind could manipulate the body, and the body could manipulate the mind. Emotions are transmitted at the cellular level and at the vibrational level. This is not new agey. It is science. Pharmaceutical companies interested in the development of medicines that alter the brain have funded most of the current research in brain physiology. $50 billion a year is spent for drugs for brain and psychiatric diseases, even though those medications are only moderately effective and they all come with serious side effects. I believe in evidence-based medicine, but I also recognize its limitations. There are some things that can't be explained, the really important questions like, why did this happen to me? Why did it happen now? And what's next? Science answers those questions in terms of statistical probabilities, and those explanations almost invariably hold no meaning for patients. Patients need to have some personal sense of their illness and suffering. It has to make sense to them in some human way, and all cultures have a way of telling stories that help people make sense of their suffering and help them get rid of it. At the end, we had a panel discussion, and we all agreed that there has been abundant wisdom gathered over the ages about how we make sense of our lives. Life is not simply a story of mathematical probabilities. It's a story about inexplicable, tragic, and miraculous happenings. If you kindle the spirit, you awaken the mind and the body to healing. Awaken yours. Remember that you are connected to something other than yourself. We are all connected, so that whatever we face, we are not alone. It kindles the healing spirit. Have a great week. I say this for all my relations. Mitakuye.